games, but he also needs to get them back going in the right direction after a tough last couple of minutes of the third.
Yeah, we need to take care of the ball a little bit better. We turned it over 4 out of the last 5 possessions, so that needs to take, and we need to continue to rebound. This game has changed leads 14 times, so I expect this game is going to go down to the wire. And that's not how we want to start. It's going to be an illegal screen that time on Niang.
Rom Niang responsible now for 2 turnovers in the last 6 possessions now with 5, as you just mentioned. Sidney Bopp on the floor right now for the Tops alongside Creech, Givens, Abdelgawad, and Niang. What do you think of this lineup?
Well, I think El Jadaway is getting ready to come back in, so it's going to be a little bit of a change.
Fair point. Grace Goodhart now from the foul line knocks a jumper down. And it's 59-58, Lady Toppers. 9:28 to go in this fourth. That was tonight's coachable moment brought to you by the Kentucky Department for Public Health and Quit Now, Kentucky. Be tobacco free. Quit now, Kentucky. Creech on the lock drive, left side of the lane. 15 seconds to shoot. Our team leads by 1 with 9:15 to go. Sidney Bopp to the left block. Rom Niang drives past Anisha George. Right side layup, misses short. Rebounded by George. She had her beat, couldn't finish.
Yeah, and George did not want a foul. She set most of that third quarter with 3 fouls.
She and Brittany Smith both have 3. They're both on the floor right now. Callie Owens to Grace Goodhart, who's starting to come alive here. 3 free throws in that last bucket. Now pulls up from 20 feet straight away. Goodhart knocks it in again. And North Texas leads again, 60-59.
15th lead change.
And if I'm not mistaken, that is an 8-1 run for North Texas.
I think you're right. We have just not got a lot of, well, the last look was a good look by Orion, but you just got to put the ball in the basket.
Creech now. Over to Meryl Abdelgawad at the right wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Toppers. Abdelgawad loses her dribble. It was poked aside by Bradley and taken by Goodhart, who fades it right back to Bradley. Down the way, Givens, trying for a windmill block, is called on the arm.
A team that we have not really turned the ball over much this year. That's and we only have 10 for the game, but they're all late here, late in the third quarter, and it's already 2 to start the fourth quarter.
That's 6 turnovers in what, 8 possessions?
I believe that's right.
And as you said, that's pretty staggering. Only 10 for the game.
Coach Collins very, very encouraging to Aram Niang coming off the floor.
Meryl Abdelgawad also comes out. El Jadaway, as you said, back in the game alongside Sherry Porter. As Terrielle Bradley hits again, 62-59. North Texas in front of WKU with 8:11 to go. WKU has won 8 straight against the Mean Green, 7 straight by double digits. At least the second part of that most likely won't happen today. But all the Tops need is the first. El Jadaway trying to work on Anisha George, ran completely out of real estate. But George fouled her, and that's number 4.
I guess. Boy, if I'm on North Texas sideline, I wouldn't like that call at all.
El Jadaway crumpled to the ground along the sideline.
Because it looked like George was straight up. Must have got her with the leg. Renee took a hard fall. She fell on her hip.
And interestingly enough, Brittany Smith, Anisha George's teammate, went over there and was appearing to demonstrate proper technique for her teammate.
I thought she was pretty straight up, but that's going to be her 4th. That's a big call.
El Jadaway back to her feet and headed to the free throw line. And we'll see Madison Townley, who's been a pretty good force on the boards as well, come in for George. First free throw from El Jadaway is off to the left. Still a 3-point lead for North Texas.
The one thing they do have is they have good depth. They've played a lot of people tonight, and they've got some pretty good parts that comes off the bench. That's why I like this team.
El Jadaway 0 for 2, and there's Townley with her 7th rebound to lead all players tonight. Almost lost her dribble. Instead, Dee Givens gets her, and that's foul number 4 on Dee.
I like Townley. Tell you what, she's very versatile, can rebound, also guard.
Oh, no, they're going to call this on Sidney Bopp instead. They were both in there on the play, but the Tops will certainly take that, so Dee remains with just 3 fouls. And Bopp has her first. North Texas by 3 with 7:54 to go. Mean Green could use a signature win. Tops can't afford another loss here at home. Here's Callie Owens. Outside the right wing, down to the block. Madison Townley kicks it all the way to the left wing for Goodhart. Comes in from 18 feet away. Grace Goodhart is smoking in this fourth quarter. 7 points, has knocked down her last 3. And it's 64-59, North Texas with its largest lead in a long time. Creech to Sidney Bopp in the corner. WKU needs an answer right here. Down to El Jadawi, working on Townley. Turnaround shot is short.
Going to be a foul on El Jadawi. Again, we're getting the ball right where you need to get it, to be honest with you. Reneen was 2 foot away that time, did just a little jump hook and did not make it. Right now, they are basically going one-on-one on a block defensively and just kind of matched up with their shooters on the outside. And both Aram and Reneen are missing close-in shots. Would not be surprised if we don't get a stop here. I wouldn't be surprised for a timeout.
WKU shooting 45.5% as a team from the game. Points in the paint still close in favor of North Texas by 2, but just not going to show right now. D. Givens tries for a flying-in rebound, just couldn't hold it. And Callie Owens gets in there and lays it up. 7-point lead for North Texas, 66-59. Still no sign of a timeout yet. Kaylee Searcy now in the game for the Tops. Whitney Creech drives.
Nope. Going to be an offensive foul on D. Givens on a clear out.
Brittany Smith fired up the entire North Texas bench along with her.
It's going to be her 4th.
And this game is starting to spiral out of control for the Lady Toppers. They trail by 7 with 6:49 to go. And it's been all North Texas as of late. Goodhart pulls up from the foul line, kisses at home. She can't miss right now. And it's a 9-point Mean Green lead. Greg Collins still not calling timeout. 6.5 to go. Lady Toppers reeling at home. What answer will they have? Givens in the right wing now. Dribbles to her left, pulls up from 24 feet, needs to have it. Off the heel it goes, down low. Owens the rebound for North Texas. 6:18 to go. Mean Green by 9.
It was not a bad look that time. They went under her screen, and D's more than capable of making that 3. Just shot it long. We are in desperate need of a stop and score. It's a big, big run North Texas has right now.
Brittany Smith now at the right wing with under 6 to go. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Smith running out of time, goes down low. Last second chance. And a shot clock violation. Good defense from the Tops when they really needed it.
Well, that's the stop we need. Now we need to score. Seems like it has been forever since we scored.
It was 57-51 WKU. So it is a 17-2 run for North Texas. Since the minute 35 mark of the third quarter. D. Givens, top of the key for the Tops. Finds Whitney Creech, left wing 3, off the lip. And rebound goes to Terry L. Bradley in North Texas, who had boxed out D at the foul line. 5.5 to go. WKU needs some points here, just one basket. Since minute 35 to go in the third. That's approaching 6.5 minutes. Only had 2 free throw attempts in that time, too. Missed them both. Callie Owens drives. Hits the runner off the backboard.
It's a tough shot, too. And I tell you what, Owens has not played a lot, but she's played extremely well when she comes in the game.
I'd like to see the fourth quarter shooting percentage for North Texas. Darn near perfect. 70-59 Mean Green with 4:51 to go. Sherry Porter drives around the arc, kicks to Terry Smith right in front of the Tops bench. Crossover dribble down to the block, puts a runner up, misses it off the heel, but at least she'll get free throws out of this. And before that, we'll go to the media timeout. Perhaps that's what Greg Collins didn't call a timeout for us. He wanted to wait for this break that was coming up. We'll see whether or not it was too late. 70-59 North Texas nursing a 19-2 run in the late third and early fourth quarter. 4:42 left. Tops needing some points. We'll find out together if they get them on the backside of this break. You're listening to Western Kentucky women's basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Hey, you don't walk blindfolded across streets during rush hour, juggle flaming axes, or tease hungry grizzly bears. Those things could kill you. So why keep using tobacco? Because quitting tobacco is hard. But here's some good news. You don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org and stay away from hungry grizzly bears.
The game clock is winding down, and so is that plate of piping hot steak nachos. Your eyes are on the last play, but they're also on that last chip, piled high with succulent steak, lending its deep flavor to all the fixins. Just as you reach in, so does your buddy. Game on. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
This is Western Kentucky women's basketball on the Hilltoppers Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Overtime Sports Bar and Grill is a one-stop destination for great food, endless fun, and a relaxed atmosphere. Overtime Sports Bar and Grill ain't nothing like it. Learn more and order online at overtimebg.com. Tough times right now for the Lady Toppers here in this fourth quarter. North Texas on a 19-2 run and lead it by 11, 70-59 with 4:42 to go. But there's still enough time for the Tops to make a comeback if they can get stops and points. Terry Smith at the free throw line. They need him from the foul line. They don't get it here.
Not scored in the fourth. I scored 14-0 this quarter. 4:42 left.
Now, I mentioned in the pregame show, too, the magic number 70. North Texas has it now. And again, the Mean Green have won 19 of their last 20 games when they hit 70. Terry Smith misses both free throws as this one goes off the left iron, and it's rebounded by North Texas. Brittany Smith with the basketball. And the Mean Green with all the momentum and control of this game right now. What do the Tops have as some kind of response? Smith now at the left, and North Texas certainly in no rush to shoot the basketball here. Tops are in the bonus. They need to hit these free throws. Only the second miss of the quarter there is, Madison Townley missed a left-handed layup. Now Aram Niang, straightaway three off the lip, rebounded by Terry Smith. Good board by Smith, who's come up clutch late in games this season with some key offensive boards. Driving to her right, Dee Gibbons now, working her way in, stripped by Goodhart. Grace Goodhart takes it the other way for North Texas. She has become perhaps the MVP during this run. Is responsible for a lot of the points, 9 on the night, and 7 of them have come during this stretch for North Texas. 3:44 to go in the game. Tops down 11. Callie Owens to the corner. Brittany Smith. Pump fake the three. Didn't need to take it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Bradley driving in. Runner from the foul line. Knocked it home somehow. That was hardly a release. Just kind of threw something up and it dropped. And that's been the story of the late part of this game. 72-59 WKU. Niang a high ball screen. Fans are stunned here at Diddle. Niang misses, but she's fouled by Townley.
16-0 this quarter.
I'm not sure what to even make of that, John.
Well, I mean, it's missed free throws as well. I mean, we've had some good-looking shots, too, just have not been able to make it.
Niang finally gets the first point of the fourth for the Top. 72-60 North Texas with 3:15 to go.
And these teams are very even, too. I mean, just talent-wise, I'll be honest with you, I'm not for sure if North Texas, in a lot of ways, doesn't have more talent.
Got a lot of athletes, as you've been saying. Niang goes 2 for 2. The lead is 11 for North Texas. 72-61 with 3:11 to go. Callie Owens across half court. It's Smith, Niang, Porter, Abdelgawad, and Creech. No D. Gibbons and no Renee Maltadewi on the floor right now for WKU. Smith, a couple crossover dribbles, now slides to the left. Over to the right side now for Callie Owens. Working her way in, stops on a dime, now puts it up off the glass and drops it home. 74-61 North Texas. The fourth quarter margin is 16-2 for the visitors.
Tell you what, she is a nice player. Transfer from Pacific. Does not start. Looks like to me a starter.
These two teams will meet up again 3 weeks from today at the Super Pit in Denton, Texas. Aram Niang with a hit from the baseline from 14 feet out. And it's back to an 11-point game, 74-63, but the Tops have to have stops and points in order to come back with just 2:20 to go.
Yeah, it's not over, but the first thing you got to do is stop them.
D. Gibbons getting ready to check back in. Bounce pass now to Owens. Crossover dribble finds Grace Goodhart. Couple of dribbles to her left, now finds Owens at the left wing. Spin move in, outside to Brittany Smith. 2 minutes to go. Shot clock's going to expire. Sherry Porter with a steal at the last second anyway. Porter one-on-one with Goodhart. Loses her dribble. Goodhart another steal. What can Grace Goodhart not do right now?
Listen, she's had a fantastic quarter. Again, another unfortunate. We had a layup.
Now Brittany Smith falls to the ground, loses her dribble, but at the last moment, Jaylee Mitchell called timeout over at the sideline for North Texas.
I think what the other problem that we had a one-on-one layup that time with Sherry Porter. We really need other players to be sprinting back just in case she missed a shot, and we really didn't have another player across half court.
I don't know if I've seen a single-handed quarter quite like Grace Goodhart. That's not all points. I mean, she's hitting shots, but also she has 3 steals, and if I'm not mistaken, all 3 have been in this fourth quarter.
She has really played well, and she's kind of known more for her three-point shooting, 35% for the year.
0 for 2 today.
0 for 2 today, but she's getting a lot done. I mean, who's not really playing well for them? And all this, the first half was Anisha George. Didn't miss a shot and had 16 points, I believe, and she's barely played this half.
Hasn't needed to. 74-63 North Texas with 1:40 to go in this game. WKU in danger of dropping 2 straight at Diddle. This would be only the 5th Conference USA loss all time at home for the Tops as Terrielle Bradley takes steps.
Well,
and even worse yet, the Tops have to go on the road next week to a 9-1 Middle Tennessee team and a 7-3 UAB Blazer squad.
Still have 3 timeouts left, down 11. Need to score right here.
Creech with the drive off the left-handed glass, knocks it in, and it's a 9-point game. Pass up to half court. North Texas trying to go 2-on-1. Now Terrielle Bradley slows it down. When do you start fouling?
I would probably try to get one more hold, and then I think I'm going to foul.
Creech guarding Bradley. 1:05 to go. 74-65 North Texas. Bradley loses her dribble. Porter gets that stop and the steal. Sherry Porter turns on the Jets. Townley back on defense, but Porter finishes with the layup. It's a 7-point game, and Jaylee Mitchell wants timeout on the North Texas side. But the press is on for WKU. 50 seconds to go. Smith, slow and steady across half court. Jaylee Mitchell not getting a timeout. Tops not fouling again. 42 seconds left. It's still a 7-point game. Smith with 14 to shoot. Picks up her dribble at the right wing. Hands off to Goodhart. 35 seconds now. Goodhart, crossover dribble. In trouble. Now drives to the baseline. 6 seconds to shoot. Coming in. Townley with the right elbow. Jump shot. It's short. Rebounded offensively. Owens, and the putback is good. And the offensive rebound might be the dagger to WKU today. Porter now, 20 seconds on the clock. Porter stops her dribble, loses it. Townley's got it, and this game's all but over now.
And we're not even going to foul.
Only fitting that the offensive rebound would deal the last blow. After 28 seconds of excellent defense on the shot clock, North Texas finishes, and North Texas has won the basketball game. 76-67 the final, as they end this game on a 25-10 run. And Diddle is stunned. Quite frankly, so am I with the way that played out, John.
Yeah, I mean, it was you could tell we were starting to lose that momentum late in the third, and we turned it over like 3 out of 4 times, maybe 4 out of 5 at the end of the third into the fourth, and never, ever got the momentum back. Give North Texas credit. It was a big win for North Texas. I think their record is very deceiving. Just look at who they've lost to. They've had 3 very competitive losses on the road to Rice and Middle and UAB. They came in